She exposed herself this weekend. She's a body positivity influencer, but she's getting a lot of backlash right now. Rebecca?
Yeah, so have you guys heard of Remy Bader?
I have not.
I'm on this side of TikTok with you.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so she's a famous content creator on TikTok. Some people would call her a body positive influencer. I would more so call her sort of like a fashion influencer or sometimes like a food talk person. So she became famous in like 2021 because she would do these realistic try-on hauls where she would buy a bunch of clothes from different brands and she would put them on and show how they look on a plus size body.
Oh, I know who she is.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
And they were super funny and people thought she was like very relatable and she got a following very quickly. So
she was calling out different companies that their fits weren't for anybody but truly small women.
Sort of. It was like she would call out what different sizes in different brands look like on her personal body size and how even if it says it's a 16 or an 18, it's not going to actually look like how it looks like on the model, stuff like that.
Just so I have all the facts, was she also like, hey, look at me, I'm losing all this weight, I'm busting my butt to lose weight?
So as a cursory follower, it seemed like her weight fluctuated a lot over her time as an influencer.
So Remy Bader has been really open about how she struggled with a binge eating disorder. She has mentioned frequently like this is something that she has really, really struggled with. And where a lot of this controversy that we're about to get into is her pivotal change in weight happened after a controversial breakup that happened through her social media as well.
Yeah, so she's facing a ton of backlash right now because over the past year, it's very obvious that she has lost a significant amount of weight.
What's a significant amount of weight?
She's probably half the size that she was when she started.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
yes.
Yeah.
Because at one point, it was pretty clear that she was gaining weight and she was struggling a lot with her diet and her body image. And at this point, I don't even know if I would call her plus size anymore, maybe mid-size. But yeah, she lost a ton of weight and there was a lot of speculation online how she did it, but she was keeping it very quiet on her social media what she was exactly doing to lose that weight.
Okay, and again, to establish for those of us that don't know her or her history on social media, she's always been open and vulnerable about her body image issues and has been very forthcoming with her struggles with her weight.
I would say for the most part, but where a lot of the controversy is coming into play is over the last year, she's been sort of documenting her change in her body, and it's kind of been taken from the angle of like, I had this really devastating breakup and here's everything I'm doing to glow up. Like, it's a lot of videos of her showing herself how much stronger she's getting, and she's she's doing pull-ups and she's at the gym and she's sweating and she's showing all of the things that she's doing. But in the meantime, people that are asking about certain weight loss crutches or weight loss tools like the shots or weight loss surgery, anytime somebody is commenting about those things, she will either block them or delete those comments. That's what people are saying.
Yes. So what's really interesting about her is people call her a body positive influencer. I don't actually see that for her. She has always seemed like someone and has been vocal about not being happy and comfortable in her body at a heavier weight. I think when you are a fat person on a platform and you smile and make jokes, people are just going to put you in that body positive box, even if you don't belong in that. So just a few days ago, she finally came clean in an article in Self magazine, and she also went on Khloe Kardashian's podcast, Khloe in Wonderland, and she finally confessed to undergoing weight loss surgery. And people are not happy about it because they think she has been painting this picture that is totally deceptive, that she has lost this weight through working out and eating more cleanly. And they think the fact that she wasn't so forthcoming about this weight loss surgery that she had a year ago means that she was not transparent with her followers and that she's been even gaslighting them.
It's really opened up this larger conversation as to like, what do influencers owe their followers? Like, what is the line between getting to protect your peace? Because she has been very open about the fact that like certain comments will really trigger her or be upsetting to her. But at the end of the day, like, do you have an obligation or responsibility to be completely 100% honest about everything that's going on in your life? Like, what is the line for an influencer between what you put out there for the world versus what you keep for yourself?
I think you've been very, very passionate about this very thing in past years.
Yeah.
Like exposing yourself and being honest if this is going to be your thing.
Well, my thing is this: if you're going to use a platform for a certain purpose, I don't feel like you should falsify information. I don't think you should mislead your followers. If you've never talked about that, then you don't owe them that. But like, for myself, it would be so misleading if I went onto my social media account and I was like, yeah, use this cream and your skin will look amazing. And if I wasn't like, no, I go to Atlanta Face and Body and I get injectables. I don't think you can do one thing but say another and have your followers believing, oh, well, if I just do XYZ, then I'm going to be just like Remy, when in actuality, she had lap band surgery.
So what has her defense been? Because you said that she did the podcast and she's got an article now also. So what's her defense in this whole thing?
So she claims that she just wasn't comfortable talking about it, that her recovery was brutal. I think what she's saying is that her videos of her eating and working out, they weren't meant to deceive anybody. She didn't feel comfortable coming out and saying that she had the surgery because it's something so private and intimate, and that she was afraid that what is happening now would happen and that people would feel betrayed by her.
And to be fair, I mean, when you get a surgery like that, you do have to afterwards watch what you eat, and exercise is important. So it's not like she wasn't doing those things. I'm sure the doctor was like, hey, I know somebody who had that surgery, and your lifestyle does a 180 as far as like how much you can eat, your portions, what you eat, exercise is important, all that stuff. So I get that she's still being true to her life because she's actually doing this, but there obviously is something significant that is getting left out of the narrative so people understand how she's able to lose the weight so quickly.
Yeah, I want to know how it connects to you, because before you had your battle with cancer, you were fired up about starting to lose some weight. In fact, I use your example probably 3 or 4 times a week when people tell me that they're getting on Ozempic, about how your doctor said that you were pre-diabetic and there is no such thing as that. Pre-diabetic means you're at a healthy level. Even Sanjay Gupta from CNN was laughing about pre-diabetic, and then they wanted to put you on that, but things were different. So how do you connect to this whole thing?
Yeah, I think I'm so passionate about this like petty TikTok thing because I lost such a significant amount of weight when I was battling cancer. And that is such a private thing that people can still see you and they notice that there's a change in your body and they may have assumptions. They may have an idea about how you're losing it. Someone accused me of going on Ozempic. They didn't know that I was battling cancer. And I just think...
You should have said, I'm on so many other things. I'm not going to go ahead and tell you what they are right now, but one of them is not Ozempic.
And they're way more expensive.
True, very true. So our situations are so different, but both of our situations come from a medical need that then the consequence is weight loss. So I understand...
What was her medical need?
Being obese. Being morbidly obese.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I understand the feeling that this is something so private, that weight loss is so intimate and private, and not everybody wants to take you on that journey with them. And I think getting something like weight loss surgery, that's a controversial thing, especially if you're on a platform as a body positivity influencer. So just seeing people call her a traitor, say she's gaslighting, say that she lied by omission. To me, I don't think she's lying by omission. I think that she waited until she was comfortable and or maybe made money through a podcast or magazine to share her story. And I relate to that because I was very transparent with my weight loss and everything I was going through my cancer battle, but I wasn't 100% transparent. There's still things that I wouldn't talk about.
Yeah. You're on Ozempic?
But it's misleading, especially if this is your platform. And she had to know that the optics were going to look really bad if it was ever exposed.
And obviously, it's a surgery, and she said the recovery was rough, and so you're going to need some time. I just wonder if there was a message to be like, hey, I'm not ready to talk about this yet. but when I'm ready to talk about her, or would that just have fueled the fire?
I just think parasocial relationships have gone too far. But follow me on Instagram, Rebecca Allen.
The Bert Show.